Hello everyone and welcome back to Arctic Retro. Merry Christmas everyone and welcome back to Arctic Retro. So it's time for my annual Christmas episode, which I have made the last couple of years before Christmas, and I think it's great fun and I like the Christmas spirit, and I also like to have a couple of weeks off my work and in fact off retro computers as well. So it's now the 19th of December and here up in the Arctic in Bodø we only have rain. It's been like 4, 5, even 6, 7 degrees Celsius the last days, and that's pretty unnormal to say the least. I want a white Christmas, not a black one, because when it's pitch dark most of the day, you know, it's better with some snow. Actually, it makes everything light up. So in this video I'm gonna have some fun with some computers. I'm gonna do a repair, I'm gonna do some unboxing, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about the status of this channel. Let me just make a quick stop here to thank my sponsor PCBWay. PCBWay produces PCBs, but they also do a lot of other cool services. They have supported this channel for several years, and without them I don't know if I could have a YouTube channel at all. Recently I got a bunch of PCBs from them. As you can see, very nice quality, and just $10 US for 10 PCBs. Besides getting an instant quote for PCBs, they also do services like 3D printing, CNC machining and PCB assembly. And right now they have a big Christmas sale. Get up to 50% off for PCBs, 3D printing and CNC machining, and enjoy free upgrades to purple, matte black and pink solder masks, as well as a lot of other free Christmas coupons. Also check out their PCBWay mascot design contest for 3D printing if you want to participate and win some prizes. PCBWay takes care of all your hobbyist needs, so go ahead and visit PCBWay.com right now. But first of all I want to show you something I got in the mail recently, and it's from Commodore. Take a look at this. No. This is just a normal original Commodore 64 from 1984 or something. Everyone's talking about the new Commodore 64 Ultimate, and I have seen a couple of unboxings and tests, and the machine looks great. And in fact I'm waiting for one too. However, I ordered the Commodore 64 Ultimate Founders Edition, and it has been delayed a couple of weeks because they had some issues with the keyboard, I think. So I just have to wait. I'm always late to the party. But the thing is, I was lucky. I got it completely for free from Commodore, and the reason for that is that I actually appeared in one of their main advertisements for the machine a while back. I don't know if you've seen it, but here's a little clip from one of the ads they have ran. And here you have a familiar face, maybe, or maybe not. It's me when I was around 18 years, I think, maybe 16, 17, I really don't remember. And back then I obviously had a Commodore 64. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait for the Founders Edition to arrive, and then I will do a test and make a video about it. I'm looking forward to it. It looks like a great computer, and it seems to be a great mix between the retro Commodore 64 or retro computer world and today's modern world. Yeah, and this weather, it's too warm. I have to take it off. Oh, that's better. Anyway, it's Christmas in just a few days, and when you see this video you might be already started, but here in Norway we do a lot of celebrations with the family, and there's various traditions. In my family we gather together at Christmas Eve. Obviously eat some good food. We usually have something called ribbe, which is pork rib, but it's not like what you would call ribs, the American style. It's more like you cook a whole rib and you get the skin crispy and serve it with various vegetables and sauce and everything. And we also used to eat something called pinnekjøtt, which is lamb ribs, but they have been dried for months, and then we rehydrate them and cook them for some hours and then eat with some veggies and potatoes. It's very yummy. And then it's the regular stuff with Christmas gifts and good food throughout the Christmas. I have vacation all the way until the 5th of January, and I have my kids here in the beginning of the Christmas, and after that I'm not sure what to do. We'll see. A short status update about my fiancée Maria in Hong Kong. I'm planning to go visit her again now after the new year, and yeah, and I was actually hoping that she would be able to visit me, but things haven't gone as we planned, so we have a little bit of a plan B now, but everything's alright, and we're going to get married as soon as possible. That's the plan. Yeah, I really love this Commodore 64, the Christmas demo, and in fact I remember it from back in the day, from the shop windows back home. It was probably in 1983 or 84 or something. I remember I wanted a Commodore 64, which I eventually got. And that started it all for me, my interest of computers and programming, and of course a career in IT, which I'm still pretty excited about. But I'm usually showing off Commodore 64s because that's the machine I like the most. But there are so many other great machines, and I thought I'd revisit one that I haven't used for a very long time. Yes, I want to play with the Atari 800 XL. These 8-bit Ataris, they are a great machine, and I think this 800 XL is looking very nice. I like the design of it. I never had my hands on Ataris back in the day, maybe only the Atari 2600 games console, but never any computers. I really like these machines. I made a couple of videos about the 800 XL and the 400 a while back. You should check out those videos. They're very nice, they're easy to use, and they have a great bunch of good games as well. So I want to see if I can load some Christmassy stuff, some Christmas demos onto this, and then we can perhaps have some fun. This is the Atari 8-bit Pico card. You just hook it up to USB to a computer, and then you can copy files, games, everything. Does it work? Yes. Yeah, and here we have a folder, Atari Xmas. What do we have here? I haven't tested any of these before now, so I don't know. Well, apparently this doesn't work quite right. There's what appears to be some buildings and some letters, I don't know. But there's Christmassy music. Let's try something else. How about Snoopy demo? Alright, written by the Atari team, CDW 1987. Well, not exactly Christmassy, but I don't know. Can you do anything here? Yeah, apparently you can crash it. No, I didn't figure out what this can do, but maybe it can do something else. We have another Snoopy. Yeah, that's more Christmassy Snoopy-like. That's, yeah, snow and gifts and a Christmas Snoopy. Have a happy holiday. That wasn't much fun, was it? And here we have something called Christmas 2001. It's loading alright, but not much happened. Why? Maybe it's for some other Atari machine and it doesn't work with this, I don't know. I'm getting a little bit disappointed here. I thought I downloaded something nice, but apparently not. Yeah, well, there's something. Some other season greetings and a very nice Christmassy tree. It's marked CB81. So if you are CB81 and you see this, then please contact me. Well, that was all the Christmas demos I could find. I didn't search a lot, but let's try something else then. Alright, the pinball game. Yeah, how do I shoot? Yes, of course we need a joystick. Oh, yeah, you need to use the left and right on the joystick, and that's a little bit unnatural, and the ball gets stuck. Oh. Although it's a great machine, the Atari 800, I still think the Commodore 64 is better. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. It's Alley Cat. Yeah, okay, how do I play? Oh, I take the rats. Oh, I fell down. I have a gamepad and it's not easy if you need to go cross. I mean like up and right. Oh, that crashed. Okay, this is from 1992. It seems to be written in just plain character mode graphics. Boring. There's no good games on this Atari, huh? Well, I'm sure there are, but I know too little about it. Oh, this is some kind of adventure game. Text-based. I don't like text-based adventure games. Incoming. Yeah, what the heck is this? Shooting. You can change the path of the bullets while they're... Am I supposed to hit the helicopter? Maybe. Maybe not. I mean, there's nothing else to shoot, so... is that it? What's the green guy over there? Incoming shuttles. Oh, they're building something. Oh. They're building something. I do not approve of that. Ah, I hit them. Nice. I don't have auto fire on this gamepad, but it's still auto firing. Well, that was kind of boring. Mana Malish 4K game. Okay. Okay. What do I do? It just flies. Ah, maybe I'm supposed to land somewhere? Emergency landing. What a crazy game. I didn't know ski jumpers could fly. I mean, ski jumping is big here in Norway, but yeah. They fly around 200 meters, but not this far. Yes, fun little machine to play around with. It's very nice, those Atari machines. So I hope this got you into a little bit of gaming spirit and the Christmas spirit. Now it's time for a yearly tradition here before Christmas, and that is opening the Christmas gift from our sponsor PCBWay. I've been doing that for the last 4 or 5 years, and it's always exciting. As you all probably know, PCBWay has sponsored this channel for quite some years, and I'm very happy with them. They are really nice people and always kind and helpful, and I really like their services and products a lot. So I just want to thank them and say thanks a lot for 2025. Now let's open the package and see what I got this year. And a special thanks to Zoe, which is the partner representative I have been dealing with all these years. Alrighty, what's in here? There's a letter. Let's take a look at that first. It says thank you, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Very nice card. Hey Tommy. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all this in this video, but it ends with wishing you and your loved ones a joyful Christmas and a wonderful start to the new year. Warmest wishes, Elaine and the entire PCBWay team. Thanks a lot. Yeah, let's take a look at what's in the box. They have so many nice things at PCBWay. Oh, look at that. It's a blanket. Oh, very soft PCBWay. Yeah, it's 100% wool. That's nice. Real quality. I have been getting sofa pillows for the last couple of years. And I actually have them in my sofa. Here's a nice box. Yeah, I'll wait with that. What's this? Nice little guy. It's the PCBWay bird. Then we have some stickers. PCBWay 11th Carnival. Nice stickers. Oh, a nice, what do you call it? Decoration? Maybe it's for hanging on your wall. I don't know. I need to ask them how I'm gonna use this. And then we have the box within the box. Yeah, PCBWay, they sponsor a lot of smaller YouTubers, and especially within electronics, and that's really nice of them, because there isn't many other opportunities for us smaller YouTubers to get some kind of income from our videos, but this is very welcome. Let's take a look inside. Looks like a shoebox, doesn't it? Oh, how nice. It's a set of coffee cups and plates. Oh my goodness. It's real porcelain, or what is it? and the cups with the gold handle. And it survived the shipping all the way from China to Norway. Very, very nice. Yeah, I'll put it back. I'll keep it in the box for when I need to celebrate with a cup of coffee. Yeah, really nice gift. Thanks a lot, PCBWay. See you next year. Yeah, so I'm having my Apple IIe out for some testing. It's a machine I'm very little familiar with, and I had a couple of videos about it 3-4 years ago, I think, and since then it's been standing on my shelf. Anyway, I was thinking about talking a little bit about the status of my YouTube channel and what my plans are. So I have almost reached 10,000 subscribers, but still I think it's going very slow. I don't feel as motivated anymore as I did before. I mean, I like to work with the old computers and stuff and making videos for YouTube, but sometimes it's a little bit of work and hassle, and I'm not always as enthusiastic as I should be, I think. But still, 10,000 subscribers is a lot more than I ever thought I would have. When I started this channel, I think it's 6 years ago now. And even if I have 10,000, I regularly get around 1,000 to 3,000 views per video. But for the income, that's a very small number for YouTube standards. So I'm not making any money on this channel. I do have the Patreons, and I'm very grateful for all the patrons I have. I have had some of the patrons for all these years. They have supported me all the way, but even there I have lost a lot of patrons. I think now I have only around 10 patrons left that support this channel, but I just want to say thanks a lot, and I really appreciate your support on Patreon. I also tried the YouTube members stuff, but that didn't do anything. I have one member. I just want to thank him too. You probably know who you are. And then I have the PCBWay support. They support me with money, but it's not a lot, but it helps. Still, I think I go in minus on this hobby each month. I consider it as a hobby, you know, and I'm not here to make money, but it would be good to not lose as much money. I mean, many other hobbies, you use a lot of money, but you never get anything back other than the joy of doing your hobby, and that's the thing for me too. I have a great joy doing this, even though sometimes I don't want to make a video just now, but I try to follow a schedule of every 2 weeks. I did every 1 week before, but that simply was too much, and if I'm gonna do every week, I need to be more committed to this channel, and I don't really have that much time. I have full-time work also, so and sometimes I have to give an extra effort at work too, so I might end up working in the evenings when I have time to make YouTube videos, so it's a little bit of stressful sometimes. But still, I love what I do here, and I have a lot of cool computers now, and I get to do a lot of cool things for me. I might have too many computers here now, because I have this little room here in the attic and the side rooms, and it's now full of boxes and computers. Let's take a quick look. I have always been thinking, if I want to make more of this channel, I need some bigger place to be in, and maybe buy a bigger house. Yeah, you see here, it's computers and stuff everywhere, and the t-shirts I use in my videos. It's a mess. And out here, where my stairs comes up, yeah, you can see not a lot of room for other things. I try to organize from time to time, but it's not easy. So I simply have to use the floor and the walls. And here's my other room. This was in fact dedicated as an office, but when I'm working from home, I use my kitchen table. Lots of cool computers and stuff. And the guest room next to my lab, it's also full of computers. You see a lot of Amigas there, and a lot of Commodore stuff, and down here a lot of Commodore cassette players, and a box full of joysticks. And I often send stuff. If I sell something, I need boxes and packing material, and that's why I keep empty boxes too, so I don't have to pay for those. Yeah, I stack things in height also. This is my cupboard with some very nice computers and stuff. Many YouTubers like to show a little bit of statistics from time to time to their viewers. I'm gonna do that now, just a little bit. What you see here is my private YouTube studio page. I have in fact now 5 different channels. I have my own Tommy Ovesen, where I upload things like drone videos and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, you can always join me there. Then I have this ovesen.net software. I'm not using that. It says no channel now, so it's not really a channel. And I have my own Arctic Retro, and now I have 9,230 subscribers. If I can reach 10,000, I will be very happy, and I'm gonna do a little bit of celebration then. Then I have this Arctic Retro members. It's just a place where I upload the videos for the patrons and the members, so you cannot really join that channel. You won't see any videos there because they're listed as unlisted, and they're only visible to the members if they have a direct link. But I'm also dabbling a little bit into music, and I made an Arctic Retro music. I'm not a musician, I don't play, but I started playing with AI. I use AI tools a lot, both in my work and privately, and I also started to make some music with it, and it's real fun. If you want to have a look at that, you can go to Arctic Retro Music. My latest video, I just started it, and I don't have a lot of subscribers yet, only 3 or 4, but we'll see what happens. I have 3 videos there now. I also like to play with animation and video editing. Yeah, so that's quite fun. The animations you see here, I have programmed it myself using web technology, React and TypeScript. Of course, I'm using a little bit of help there too in AI, which all software developers nowadays do. The AI tools we use are here for good, and many people talk about, yeah, software developers can be replaced by AI, but I don't think that's true, because to make something you actually need to know a lot of stuff about the domain you're making things for. And at my work, I work within health software, and we make health records and patient journal systems and patient administrative systems, and you cannot simply set AI loose to develop the things we do, because you actually need to know a lot about the domain you're working in. But for some boring tasks, it's nice to use AI, and it can definitely improve your code also by looking at your code and suggesting improvements and stuff like that. But back to Arctic Retro channel, and here's some of the analytics of my channel. As I said, 9,200 subscribers. I gained 106 new the last 28 days. The last video I made, it's ranked as 7 of 10. It's some kind of ranking where you see where your videos end up. But as you can see, only 1000 views, and impression click-through rate is 3.5%. That's not a lot. And that means my video got presented to a certain number of viewers, and only 3.5% clicked and saw the video. And there's a whole lot of analytics you can do for checking out how your channel is doing. So totally my channel got 14,871 views the last 28 days. And I made $80 the last month. And that is simply because one of the videos I made, the one about programming the Commodore 64 with C# and .NET in Visual Studio, it was quite popular. I had over 4,000 views on that. Old videos, I still have a lot of views on those. And I think my most popular actually retro computer video was this one, Doom on the Commodore 64. Yeah, this is this year, 2025. And now I see here I have the Commodore 64, the new Kung Fu Flash 2. It actually gained 9,400 views. That's quite cool. I totally got 1.9 million impressions last year. And as you can see, I made $780 in 1 year. So that's a little bit, but not a lot. And I had 171,000 views total this year. And if we take a look at the lifetime, yeah, here you can see I have a total of over 1.2 million views. And I made $5,176 during my career as a YouTuber. That is divided over the 6 years. Yeah, and here you can see my most viewed videos. It's a little bit disappointing, but it was about fixing a noisy PC power supply and about the Asus Zen PC SSD drive replacement. And then my most viewed video about retro computers was the Doom on the Commodore 64. But also that means that there were a lot of viewers that watched that video but didn't subscribe. So I usually don't beg for likes and subscriptions. I do it a little bit sometimes, but I really hope if you watch my channel and if you like my videos that you will subscribe and hit the like button, because getting a lot of likes makes the videos appear more often by YouTube, and that is of course what I need for my channel to grow. Yeah, so that was a little bit about my channel. So what am I using my income from YouTube and the Patreons and PCBWay? Well, of course I buy computers and equipment. You know, if I buy a computer, a used one, for example, sometimes it doesn't come with a power supply, or I need a cable for it or something. All those things cost a lot of money, and yeah. Normal prices here for, let's say, a Commodore 64 in box, it's like 150 euros if you buy it from the regular markets, but more rare computers can be way higher than that. But I don't just want to thank my viewers, subscribers and my patrons. I get a lot of gifts, donations, and I can't mention them all, but I just want to mention 2 of those that has given me a lot during the last years, and one of them is Robert from Sweden, and we actually have become friends too. I have visited him once in Sweden. So I just want to say thanks a lot, Robert, for all the different things you have given me. And then I also want to thank John from Bergen, who has sent me a lot of stuff, both computers and a lot of other stuff. Thanks a lot, I really appreciate it. And to all the others that I don't mention, thanks a lot. Okay, so what am I gonna do with my channel in the next year, 2026? Well, I haven't really thought a lot about it. I'm just gonna continue as it is, maybe do a little bit of changes, I'll see. A little bit hard sometimes to come up with good ideas for new content, but as long as I like what I'm doing, I'm gonna continue. So I hope I'll see you next year too. I got a big package today, and yeah, I might want to put it under my Christmas tree, but I think I'll open it here instead. I actually stopped with the dedicated unboxing videos because I didn't actually get that many packages for a while. But recently I bought this one. Let's take a quick look. Sorry, you two Santa grannies, you need to move. Yeah, it's quite heavy. I can barely lift it. This is too complicated. Alrighty. So that's why it was that heavy, because there's a bunch of books. Wow. Geos version 2 in German, in Deutsch. Commodore 1802 color monitor. What is this? Commodore 64 intern Buch. That's also German. This is kind of unexpected. I didn't buy books, but I guess you just use them as package material. This is what I bought. Yes, of course, it's another Commodore 64, and it's a Commodore 64C, and it's quite dirty, very dirty. It's almost brown. Yeah, it doesn't say Commodore 64C, it just says C64. But there's more. Wow. Apple computer. This is something I have never seen. It's a Macintosh PowerBook 170. Fancy. I have never ever tried such a machine, but this too is not what I actually bought. This was an extra freebie from the seller. I bought the C64, but I also bought a lot of other stuff, and as you can see, there's a Commodore 1541 floppy disk drive, a mouse. I guess this is Amiga mouse, I'm not sure. I need to check that out. I don't have the, what's it called? The mouse that was made for the C64 and 128. I hope this is it, but if not, it's just a regular Amiga tank mouse. Yeah, just check the model number here, and this appears to be the Commodore 1531 mouse made for the Commodore 64 and 128. That's very cool. I don't have such a mouse. Then we have some more stuff, floppy disks. Yeah, and this too has some German writing on it, so maybe this was owned by a German, and yeah, by judging by the name of the seller, I understand that he might be German, but it was a Norwegian seller here in Norway. So this is some more German stuff, speed compiler, bouncing ball, some kind of demo discs, maybe sold as magazines back in the day. Yeah, what's this then? Micromate. This is a power supply, of course, and yeah, it's for the Commodore 64. It's a 5 volt DC, 9 volt AC, but that's not the original Commodore. Everything's very dirty. Video cable for composite video and audio, that's nice to have. Serial cable for the floppy disk drive, that's also nice to have. And here's another power supply. This is in fact a Commodore. 220 volts output is 5 volt DC and 12 volt DC. So this is for the floppy disk drive. But the floppy disk drive doesn't need a power supply. It just uses regular mains input. That's the cable for that. Some more discs. Trust, just an empty case, half the case. Oh, Geos 64 2.0, Speedball 2, Motorbike Madness, LA SWAT, Geos 64 2, that's 4 diskettes. Another input 64 driver. Commodore 64 tit-bit diskette. Never heard about. Demo diskette. Paint. Copy, and that's some games. White floppy disks. I don't think I ever seen that, but that's also Geos. Too bad they're not in sleeves, because I fear they might be damaged. That's a Commodore 1541, the white one. Very dirty and scratched up. Yeah, let's do a brief test of all of this. I'll start with the mouse. Does it work as a Commodore mouse or an Amiga mouse? I hooked up a Commodore 64. Let's try the final cartridge. It can use a mouse, and it actually works. But is it configured to use the 1351 or Amiga mouse? I think it can use both. Yes, it says C1351 there. Very nice. And it seems to be working just fine. How about the machine? Yes, well, not quite. There's a dash character and there's no light in the power LED. In fact, the power LED seems to be missing, but it's typing by itself. Yeah, the keyboard is definitely not working. Whatever I type, it just types some random stuff. But there seems to be something strange. You see, the whole keyboard is recessed here at the top. So maybe this got a blow during shipping. Yeah, I think the keyboard just has fallen down within the machine. And look, the guarantee seal. Garantiesegel. It's still intact. Missing the rubber feet. Yeah, definitely an issue with the keyboard. I think maybe the standoffs inside has broken off or something. And there's a loose key. But the plunger is not broken. I think the keyboard itself works, but I don't know. Anyway, that's something for a video sometimes later. Then we have the floppy disk drive, very dirty and kind of yellowed. There's even a disk inside, but I think the lock mechanism is not working particularly well. It's a Commodore 64 Western Contest. So what happens if we turn this on? Will it power on? Yes, and it turned off too. That means the ROM and the CPU is working. Let's actually test with a working C64, see if it actually can load anything. Yeah, I'm gonna use the cable that came with it, the serial cable. And I learned back in the day, always turn the floppy disk drive on first. But it really doesn't matter. Let's see now. It's a little bit bad keyboard on this machine too, so I need to press hard. It is searching and it is running, but now it started blinking. Yeah, so that's not good, but of course that could be the floppy disk's fault. I'm gonna try another one. Yeah, many of these discs that came with the machine looks quite dirty and worn. Yeah, it searched, but that disc has no label, so maybe it's empty. Yeah, look at the state of some of these discs. Not good. Here's the disc I know should be working. I used it not a long time ago on one of my other machines. Nope. Yes. So this floppy disk drive can't read, but it seems to be working nicely otherwise. Not much help in that. Final attempt. This is an original game disc that I know is working fine. No, file not found. But unfortunately I don't have any cleaning discs for a 5¼ inch. By the way, this box was also in the box. A bunch of diskettes and a lot of German writing. Quite exciting. So hopefully it's just a little bit of cleaning and adjustments, maybe some alignment, and that's gonna fix it. We'll see about that, but not in this video. This will appear sometimes later in another video. What about this monstrosity then? It's quite thick for a laptop, but yeah, looks quite nice. The power book. It has a, what you call it, a ball, trackball, but it didn't come with a power supply. Bunch of ports, and here's the power input, but what kind of power does it use? Yeah, just checked, it's from 1991, and back then the price was $4,500 US. Oh my god, that's like 10,000 in today's money. It has a Motorola 68030, same CPU that the Amigas used, and it came with 4 megabytes of RAM, upgradable to 8, and a 40 to 80 megabytes hard drive. So even if the machine doesn't work, it has value in its parts for sure. Let me figure out what kind of power supply it uses, and then maybe I could try and power it up. Yeah, it's a 7.5 volts DC, and of course it has a battery, but I guess the power button is the one back here, but yeah, nothing happens. So maybe the battery can be removed. There's a kind of compartment there. Yeah, it just needed a little bit of a nudge. Not the easiest stuff. Yeah, that's the battery, and it's quite corroded on the minus terminal. Let's see if it has any voltage. Yeah, it would be fun to get this up and running. I mean, I have never tried the semi-modern Apple machines. You know, I have modern Macs, but of course I have the older, really old 8-bit Macs. Yeah, it's totally dead. Hopefully it hasn't leaked inside the machine. From what I read, it should be a center positive power supply capable of 2 amps. Yeah, center positive. No, that's center negative. And the thing with this, you can just turn around the contact. Now it's center positive, of course. So I'm gonna plug in 9 volts. Hopefully that's not gonna damage the machine. Yeah, let's see now. Nothing happened. I hope the battery doesn't have to be intact for this to run, but there's nothing. Ah, I heard something. I heard like the hard disk was trying to spin. Well, ha, it starts. Yeah, I hear the hard disk spinning and ticking away. Sounds normal, but there's nothing on the screen. This is the brightness adjustment. Yeah, it started, and I actually saw something on the screen. I see lines, but seems like the backlight doesn't work. No, I don't see anything. I saw it right in the beginning. Some lines appeared, but they disappeared. I don't know what kind of screen this is supposed to be. If it's a LCD or monochrome or color, I have no idea. I hooked up my bench power supply and gave it 7.5 volts, max 2 amps. Let's see now. Oh yeah, now it starts drawing 700, but yeah, there it starts 1 amp. But that didn't change anything, so the screen is obviously dead. Yeah, so that was it for this unboxing session. This might appear in some other videos sometime later next year. We'll see. I want to have it up and running, or at least confirm that I can't fix it. So now for something different, kind of an unboxing. Well, not unboxing, I stopped with that, but let's call it strange stuff I found on AliExpress. And yeah, you know, sometimes I need different voltages for different computers or projects. And I got these. These are variable power supplies that you hook up to a 5-volt USB power, and you can adjust them from 3 volts all the way up to 24 volts. Yeah, looks like very cheap quality. And this one's even bent. Yeah. So I thought I'll test them. I haven't really tried them, so I don't know. So I'm going to use this standard USB power supply. It's rated for 2.4 amps, 12 watts. So I thought these might come in handy if you just want to have some 5 or 12 volt supply that doesn't need a lot of power. Yeah, seems to work. That's the voltage. Yeah, and I got two, one with the green LEDs and one with red. So let's turn it all the way up, see how far it goes. Oh, that's a lot of turning. Yeah, so it's all the way up to almost 26, and you just hook up some wires there. Oh, no, just kidding. 26 volts won't kill you. So let's hook something up. I mean, I don't remember the rating on these. Might tell you here. No, it doesn't say. It's an adjustable boost buck converter. Out DC 1 to 24 volts. It doesn't say anything about how much power it can handle. I mean, how much current. Probably not a lot. Now, to check how much power I use by hooking up this, I'm gonna use this one. It's a 5-volt USB amp meter, let's call it that. It shows how many amps you draw and how many milliamp hours you have used. I don't know if you can reset it, but yeah, there's a reset switch there. Yeah, now it's 0. So hooking this up. Yeah, it's not using any amps or very little amps by itself. If we turn it all the way up, of course, no, it's not under load, so yeah, it doesn't use anything. It's a buck converter, so it's probably very efficient. Let's just hook up a LED. I have this one. So I added a resistor. So it should go this way then. Yeah, now it's better. So with 2 volts, I turn off the light. It's quite dim. So now if I increase it a bit, still doesn't show any current draw. But then again, an LED is not using a lot of current. But this only starts at 10 milliamps. So let's jank it up a little bit, see if we can blow this LED. Still doesn't show any amps. Yeah, no, it shows 20 milliamps. I know it's very, very sharp. Alright, how much can I drive it before the LED blows? 18 volts and 140 milliamps. No, this resistor should get hot. But it's not. Yeah, it's quite hot. No, I can't touch it. But the LED is holding up. I just want to measure the voltage now across the LED. It's 2 volt voltage drop. And here we have 18.8. And the voltage drop over the resistor is 16 volts. So 18 times 0.1 is 1.8 amps, but it's more than that. I want to see that resistor start smoking. And now we have 22 volts at 320 milliamps. Oh, it starts failing and giving some noise. It shut down, but it gave out some noise. I don't know if you heard it. That's almost 3 watts. I said amps before, but the power is the current multiplied with the voltage. So 19 multiplied by 0.17. 19 multiplied by, if you say, this is more like 4 watts now. And you see the voltage drop here as well. It's now down to 4.8 watts. Yes, but it works. So I didn't expect that. Nice to have. All right then. A few years ago I made a Christmas calendar. It was the Commodore Christmas calendar where I made 24 short videos during December, and it was quite popular, and many people have asked me after that if I'm gonna make that one again, but that was simply too much work and I simply don't have time for that now. But I thought even if this is a Christmas episode, I have to do a couple of repairs. But I need to find something easy that I can manage, that doesn't take many days or something. So let's see what I can do. And the first one that comes to my mind is this one. Of course, it's a Commodore 64, the original bread bin. And it says here, dead. And I tested it, not very long ago. It has some loose parts inside. Let's take a quick look at it. If it's an easy fix, then I might be able to do it in this video. Otherwise, I'll do the diagnostics here and now and have it ready for a real repair video. Let's turn it on. Yeah, it's completely dead. There's no power LED on. Well, that's strange. No, the power LED came on after a while, but there's nothing on the screen. As you can see, it's hooked up to my TV. Not even a black screen signal. Yeah, no, the LED did not turn on. So maybe there's something with the actual power button. Yeah, there you see it came on. I haven't opened this machine before, so I don't know what awaits inside. Oh, I see some rust. I see someone has been here before and cut the connector to the caps lock, and all the chips are there. Yeah, quite dusty, and one screw is missing there. Probably that one is loose. SID is in a socket, all the rest is not. Yeah, one of the plastic pieces is for the hooks that holds the upper part of the case, and they're all broken off. Luckily that can be easily repaired. I bought this machine as a repair object, so that's all I know about it. Let's see now the regulator. Yeah, there's nothing. Let's see now. Nope, not much to see. I'm gonna connect the LED just to see if we get any light or not. Yeah, now it lights, but we don't get nothing into the machine. The fuse is good. Just gonna check the connectors backside if there's any loose joints or anything. Doesn't seem to be. Let's see now. Yeah, now it's 3.5, 4 volts. Not really sure about the pin outs for this. We should have AC. Let's see, AC. 5. That's 5 volts AC. So I simply think that the power switch here is either extremely dirty or broken. Oh yeah, I found another screw floating around here on the back. I don't know where it came from, but obviously that's not good if screws are floating around and you have a short. How about from the connector? Yeah, there we have 12 volts. Yeah, there's 5 volts, it's stable. So it gets power in, but not through the switch. I'm gonna see if I can push some contact cleaner inside the switch. I'm not sure if it's possible, but I mean, it feels normal switching. Yeah, if I put pressure on it, the LED turns on. Let's check again. Yes, now it's 4.9 volts there. And the 12 volt is 12 volt. Yeah, so it is the power switch. But still, we have a black screen. It says SCART, but no picture, and that means that it actually produces a video signal, but it doesn't produce any picture. But definitely the power switch is bad. If I wiggle it, it turns off the LED and then it comes on again. I'm not going to replace the switch until I know more about what's wrong with this machine. Just going to check voltages on some of the chips. The CPU is 4.7 and the SID chip gets quite warm, but it gets the 12 volts. What about the RAM? The RAM has 4.7. Then it's time for the dead test. See if we can figure out anything. Oh, that was tight. Well, there's nothing still. Yeah, I'm gonna take out the SID. It gets quite warm even if it's not in use. And the SID chip can bring down the machine. How about the desk test? It can start up without several of chips not working. At least it has power. Nope, still dead. In my experience, most of the time when you have a black screen like this, it is a faulty PLA chip. And it's quite warm. Yeah, it's over 60 degrees. Oh, yeah, the CPU and the ROMs are okay. The RAM chips are not warm. I hooked up the scope, but let's check a little bit activity on the CPU. It definitely has a clock. There's another clock signal that looks alright. Then down here at the address bus, doesn't seem to have a lot of activity. Yeah, and the pins are all just the same. That's not normal. You see, same pattern on all the addressing lines. I mean, address bus. Yeah, some of the address lines are just high all the time. How about the data bus? Yeah, it's completely dead. Either high or low. Yeah, so this computer is not running any code. Yeah, when the machine's not running like this and none of the chips are in socket and can easily be tested, then my first try would be to solder out the PLA chip and try with a working one. So I'll quickly solder out this chip and put in a socket, and then I'll be back. So that's the original chip in a socket. Let's just check if that changed anything. Well, it kind of did. The screen went purple instead of black. I also did resolder the solder joints for the power switch and the power connector, so maybe it's more stable now. I wiggle it and it doesn't do anything. I thought I saw a cracked solder joint. Anyway, let's test with a working PLA. This is the Plankton PLA. It's of course a replica based on modern components. Yes, it was the PLA, but there's memory issues here as well. Anyway, that was a good surprise because, yeah, now I know that the CPU and yeah, probably the ROMs are working also, and the VIC-2 chip. And figuring out which RAM chips are broken can be hard because there are 8 of them, and if you have a fault in one, then that's just one of the 8 bits of the total RAM. And all these RAM chips are MT branded, which we know are very known to be failing. And there's one that has been replaced before. But here's where the DES test comes in handy. This is the DES test max switch. It should show which RAM is bad. Yeah, it starts. Oh, it says 3 bits are faulty. And it also says that there's something wrong with the address alliance, but I don't think that is true. I mean, if the address bus was faulty, then I don't think it would even boot into BASIC like it did. Interesting. I took out the RAM chip that was in socket, and no, it actually changed. No, it says that's only one RAM chip faulty, and that's the one I took out. Yeah, I have a new one. It's a 4164. Let's see if that makes any change. No, it went back to 3 bits faulty. I don't know how to interpret that. It might be some of the control logic for the RAM. So I'm just going to check all the RAM chips, see if the signals are normal. Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong there. Problem with the diagnosing the RAM is that they're all connected together to the same data bus with all the pins except the chip select lines. And even if one chip is bad, you won't really see any difference on the data bus. You might, but most of the cases you don't. But I thought I'll try the piggyback method, and that's when you just put a RAM chip on top of another. And if you have a faulty RAM and the new one is working, then you might get the machine to work. So I assume that this chip is working, and now I just take a chip and place it on top of another, make sure it sits straight onto the pins of the chip below. I've tried this before without particularly success, but worth a try. Yeah, you see the same result. I'm going to try and move it around to the other chips. Interesting. Now I put it there, and we only have 2 faults now. And that was bit 4. Now it's red again. I took off the chip. Yeah, it might not be possible to figure out which 3 chips are bad, but we can always use the diagnostics cartridge, see what it says. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's blinking 5 times, but when I turn it on, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 4 first and then 5. I think I said diagnostics cartridge, it's the dead test, but let me check the manual. Yes, and it actually says here 4 flashes, that's U23, and that is the chip that I piggybacked and got to work. So 5 flashes is U10, and that is U10. Yeah, I piggybacked those 3 chips, and now I'm down to just 1. Yeah, I'm not coming any closer to a definitive answer, so I'm gonna go with what the DES test says and replace those RAM chips. Sockets are in, and we have 3 potentially bad RAM chips, empty RAM. And I'm gonna insert 3 potentially working chips. I haven't tested them, so I don't know. Wow, still out of memory in 0. Wow, we have now 1 bit faulty. Do a little test of the new RAM chips. All the new chips passed, but the old one, this one failed. Yeah, all 3 of them failed. Yeah, that means we probably have more failed RAM chips, and the dead test now indicates U9 with 7 blinks, this one. So I'm gonna take out this one, replacing the 5th chip. This one I tested good. Yes, that's better. Let's see with the desk test. Yeah, no, it continues. Very nice. All green. Good, good, good. So 4 RAM chips and 1 PLA was killing this machine. But I'm not completely finished yet. Let's test the SID chip, that's important. And I'm gonna use the Donkey Kong. It has such a nice music, you probably heard it before. Yes, SID chip is working. How about joystick? Joystick works. SID chip sounds a little bit scratchy, I don't know. How about the floppy disk drive? I have the SD2IEC, and let's test the keyboard as well. Yeah, the keyboard seems to work fine. Some keys you need to push a little bit hard, but that's easy to revival. Well, the return key you need to push very hard. Let's load something. Yeah, that worked too. That means the CIA chips are working. We could load something. The cassette drive I don't bother to test with. Now I can remove this. Yeah, that SID chip really sounds good. No issues there. It's very loud too. So that's one more saved Commodore 64. I'm gonna do the cleanup and the keyboard fix sometime later. Now let's continue. Cool, huh? Another fancy thing I got from AliExpress I want to show you is this one. Looks like a fan, and it is a fan inside a plastic box, but I thought it was kind of cool. Nothing very innovative, but still it uses USB power. Yeah, it's some kind of a 3D hologram. It doesn't look that good recording it, but looks better in real life. But it makes a lot of noise, vibrations in the plastic. Yeah, now it's silent. So I think I'm gonna take the fan out and maybe mount it on my wall or something. Yeah, now it won't play nice with my phone, so yeah, now it's better. I don't know, it was better in the beginning. But it looks totally fine with my eyes. But the funny thing is, you can download an app and then you can make your own videos or animations for this, or use your own videos. Yeah, just quickly drew a fast logo or something for myself. Gonna take a picture of that and then transfer it via my phone. Yeah, and there you can see it. Doesn't look very nice. I also uploaded a video I took myself of this ship. Doesn't look very nice, but yeah, it's a ship. It's moving. Yeah, so it is what it is. Kind of funny, but it's limited in its value. And as usual, cheap stuff from China. Not the best quality. I had a real hard time connecting to it because it has a Wi-Fi, so you need to connect to its Wi-Fi. And as you can see, it's simply just a PCB with a LED strip and a lot of components. And obviously it has a motor behind. Seems like it has some kind of microcontroller there. Alright then, I think we're finished for now. This video was really fun making, and it took a lot of time and effort to make, so I really hope you enjoy it. Just want to say thanks to everyone for watching my videos and all my subscribers and patrons and everyone. And I really hope if you like my videos that you're gonna hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Only thing remaining now is to say this: I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll see you in 2026.